This section is optional. If you feel that you fully understand how to do this set of problems, then you can skip this and go on to the next set video. But if you want a little more practice with it, you want to be sure you did it right, I'm going to work out 2 more. Number 2 says x squared minus 12x plus c. Okay, we now know our goal is to find b. Well, here's b. b equals negative 12. And again, the goal is I need to make my perfect square trinomial. So if b is negative 12, I know c is going to be negative 12 divided by 2 squared. So c is going to be negative 6 squared, which is going to give me 36. So that's the first part of my answer. The second part is just to write the expression of the square of the binomial. And if I do that, well, I know now that this is x squared minus 12x plus 36. And I just need to write what that is in parentheses. Well, I know that what's going to go in here, in this right here, is going to be b over 2. And I know that b over 2 is negative 12 over 2 from up here. That's b over 2, negative 12 over 2. So I know that value is negative 6. So I put minus 6 squared. So my second answer is going to be x minus 6 squared. And that helps with example, guided practice number 2. I have not left myself a lot of room, so I will try to squeeze in number 3 here. X squared plus 3x plus c. And I suggest that as I go through these, and I should have mentioned at the beginning, but this is as good place as any, that as I write it down, first you work it out and then you look at what I've done so you can check whether or not you're doing it right. So b here, I can see b equals 3, right? Remember, this is a is the 1 in front of the x squared, b is 3 times the x, and c, we don't know. That's what we're trying to find out. I know b equals 3, so to find c, I'm going to say 3 over 2 squared. So I know that c is going to equal to 9/4. So I now have, again, the first part of my answer, which is 9/4. And I can write out my equation, x squared plus 3x plus 9/4. Now I need to do the second part, which is I need to figure out my perfect square, right? Binomial. I'm just putting a little division so you don't mix up the problems. Well, to do that, I need b over 2. And b over 2 was up here. It's 3 over 2. And so I guess I could fit it over here. This is going to be x plus 3/2 squared, because that's what's going to go on the end. And that's the second part of my answer. If you have any more questions, I'm going to give a help session later today and we can answer them. This does not mean it's the end of the lesson. There's another series of problems I need to give you, but we're going to move on to example 2.